Hello, hi Summer. Hello, Viv.
Hey.
Crunchy. Hello, Quill.
Hey.
What do you do?
Beautiful. What an amazing screen to see in the middle of lockdown.
There's the video.
Hi, Sandy. Your beautiful smile.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Quill. Hello, Tim.
Hello.
And Therese. And Kanta, all the way from California.
Wow.
Sitting a little crooked in Kanta. Hello, Jill. Monique. How beautiful. Rachel.
Please.
Karen, lovely to see you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jen.
Yeah,
Hello.
let's turn the volume
Mom.
on.
Angela, you're in an awesome space. Viv, you're beautiful. Lovely to see you.
Oh, hi.
Natalie, I can see your dogs, your two chihuahuas.
Yeah, I'm not paying extra for those two coming.
They're gonna show us off in Downward Dog today, aren't they?
That's so cute.
I doubt it.
Liza, hello. Wow. Look at us all. Aren't we beautiful in lockdown? Although Encanta is not in lockdown. She's done the hard yards in California. She's free as a bird. Viv is in Alice Springs and she
Pencil.
downright did lockdown up until yesterday. So she's free as a bird today too. And look at all of us being real in the middle of lockdown. Awesome. So, thank you all for joining me. I think that's like everybody. I'm very honoured to be. Oh, Rachel's got her kitchen. I'm very honoured to be handed over an hour of your Saturday morning with a bit of buzz. Thank you so much. And it's wonderful to see this community in front of me. So have a bit of a wave if you haven't done a yoga class with me before. I think a few of you have. Yay, hello. You have done one on a support.
Oh, so the boys are all doing it.
That's cheating. To my newbies who haven't done a yoga class with me before, welcome. This is self-compassion yoga, so please go gently with yourself and do whatever feels right. If you use your left leg and I'm using my right leg, that's okay. And it doesn't matter because no one else can see because we're all in Zoom anyway. But please look out for any injuries that you have. I know that there are some injuries in the room. Please move around your injuries as well. Have a bit of a wave if you're coming to the Bunya Mountains retreat with me in a couple of weeks. Yay! Aren't we the excited ones? And I believe also there's a few people maybe on the next screen who are coming to another Everglades retreat in a couple of months' time. So yay to us who are going to that one. I really want to send my blessings to all of you. Today's class is very much dedicated. Hi, Anne-Therese, she's showing up. Today's class is very much dedicated to making space, not space costumes. You don't need your alfoils. We're not going to dress up or anything. But making space within our minds and within our bodies, because I think it's very possible that during this lockdown we've all been a little crammed in, possibly, maybe. So we'll definitely be about making space within our minds and bodies. So with all due respect, I am now going to mute you all, which is kind of strange and funny all at once because I love you all dearly. So muting you with much love and respect now. And I'm also going to just pin my video so we know what we're sort of vaguely doing together. And let's move on to our mats. So, as you can see, beautiful rainy day here. I'm at the men's sheds, and I have to say, it's just beautiful being here in the rain all to myself. We've got a tank overflowing here and the community gardens all around. So wherever you are, I hope that you can hear the drizzling rain on the roof. But in making space today, let us begin by, first of all, just checking in with kindness, with however it is that we're feeling right now. So lockdown affects us all in different ways. Some of us have had a bumpy journey on this same ocean, this same storm that we're sharing, and others have had just a normal time. Now, whatever it is, just standing tall at the back of your mat, just take a moment to disengage from what's around you and draw your attention inward. Maybe that means closing down the eyes. And drawing attention inwards, what do you notice? How is your breath being breathed by your unconscious mind? So without your pranayama. Just noticing what it's like to stand and breathe in this moment. And how is your body moving with your breath? And noticing also how you're standing. What is your posture in this moment? Could you maybe stand a little taller, stand a little broader? Maybe check your feet distance, a hip width apart. Maybe you could lift the spine a little taller and open the shoulders just to allow a little more space in the chest. And how is your mind in this moment? Sometimes lockdown can leave us a little heightened. Sometimes life can leave us a little heightened. And is your mind a little buzzy? And if it is, that's okay. That's just how life has led you to in this moment. So during this class, we'll be stepping away from the monkey mind and moving into a deeper sense of observation. So just in this moment, see if you can step away from thoughts and just notice them as they are. And how would it be now to slow the breath down? What would it be like to send the inhale all the way down into the belly? Maybe feeling as though the whole chest and belly is expanding with your breath. And easing out with the exhale. Noticing your feet on the ground. Noticing your knees, your hips. Noticing the cup of your hips gently holding your organs like a caring cup. Notice your spine rising up tall. Notice your shoulders relaxing down. Notice your hands softening. Now opening the eyes back up if they're not already open. Just deepening the knees and swinging the hands down in front. Nice big long slow inhale, swing the arms up to chest and widen. Exhale, swing them together. Start to deepen the knees, hands down towards the thighs. Inhaling up and widen. See if you can make space in your heart space for more breath. Exhale together and down. Inhaling up and widen. This time making more space in the belly to breathe into. Exhale together and inhaling up and widen. Together and down. And this time we're going to change it. We're going to inhale the arms up above your head as if you're just gripping a soft, gentle bubble. Exhale that bubble over to the left, just starting to open up the right side body. Inhaling the bubble up and over the top of your head. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, lift, let go of the bubble and make arrows with your hands, lift tall. And exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, roll the chest open to the sky, push the belly buttons forward. Inhale, swing the arms up and over. Exhale, wrap the arms around yourself, tilt the hips forward, curve the chest towards the hips. Inhale, swing the elbows forward and up into the sky, raise them up. Exhale, floating the hands back down to the thighs. Inhaling up to the chest and widen. And together and down. Inhale, swing the arms up into bubble. Exhale the bubble over to the right. Feel that side of the body open, making space. Inhale the bubble up and over. Float it. Exhale it down to the left. Inhale, raise up. Find that arrow. Lift yourself tall. Squeeze up. Exhale, cactus arms. Bend the knees. Push the hips forward. Open the chest. Inhale, swing up. Round yourself. Hug yourself. Chest towards the hips. Inhale, swing the elbows up into the sky. Raise them up. Exhale, floating down. One more. Inhale up to the chest and widen. See if you can make a bit more space in your body and your breath. Exhale together. And inhale, swing up, find the bubble. Exhale, taking it all the way up as far as your body wants to go, over to the left. Bend yourself down. Inhale, lift up and over. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, finding your arrow, reach up tall. Exhale, cactus arm, bend the knees, push the belly forward, open the chest. Inhale, raise up. Round yourself, opening the spine and finding space in the spine as you hug your body, curve your spine. Elbows raising up and forward, coming up. Exhale, floating the hands down. Slow it down. Finding yourself soften. Just in this moment, check in. Is there a little more space than what there was? Just a bit of breathing and movement. With an inhale, roll the shoulders forwards and up. Exhale, roll them back down behind. Inhale, roll them forward and up. Moving any way that just feels good. Exhale, taking them down. Taking the left hand out to the side and taking the right hand like a bit of a karate chop. Right ear over to the right shoulder and just swing that hand up and just give yourself some gentle karate chops onto that side muscle, and we hold so much tension up in the shoulder. You can even take it as a chop further back behind a little. Maybe even swing the arm up and down so you're activating the muscle. Releasing and coming back to center. And this time taking the left ear to the left shoulder, right arm comes up, karate chop in the opposite hand. See if you can relax that muscle while giving it a nice pummel of awareness, extra blood coming to the muscle, and then swinging the hand up and down. How good does that feel? Swinging back into center. And just for a moment, standing tall, one big full pranayama, one conscious aware breath deep into the belly. And with the exhale, take the chin to the chest and slowly roll your head forward. Let the shoulders continue. We're slowly going to roll down into a forward fold, but let it happen so slow, as if you could keep your hips tilted forward and the chest travel close past, opening up the spine, as if the head could flop, as if the arms could almost flop off, until you move down into your full forward fold. Take it easy. It's our first one today. Stay here for a little while, and maybe a little bit of movement might feel good. Maybe you want to wiggle or get a bit of an S shape through the spine, but really inverting the head and letting the crown of the head fall downward, as if you could imagine a flip top lid on the top of your head, and all those scrambling thoughts that get stuck in your head, just let them fall out and wash out onto the ground. See if you can find space in your mind in this inversion. Remembering to close the lid on your top of your head and swing the hands up onto the shins and inhale up to a flat back. Roll the shoulder blades back. Exhale, float back down to your forward fold. Swing the elbows up out to the side. Inhale up to a flat back as cactus arms. Exhale, floating the hands back down to forward fold. Swing the arms out to the side. Reverse swan dive. Inhaling all the way up into the sky. Reach the arms up tall. And exhale down into your heart space. Bend the knees and push the hips back into a chair pose. So we're drawing the hips as far back. Bring the hands down into your chair pose. Roll the elbows back and raise the chest forwards. And then from here, can you turn the toes out and slowly lower down into your crouch? Crouch permitting, some of us don't have knees that let us do that. And if that's the case, feel free to just rock the knees down. We'll be there in a moment anyway. But those of us that can, swinging the elbows out into the knees and lower the palms down. So a bit of pressure between the palms, and see if you can find space through the inner thighs. And maybe even find a lift through the chest, as if the hands draw towards the earth, but the chest rises towards the heavens and the sky. Notice all that space in your belly that you can breathe into. Relax the belly and allow a big inhale to travel deep. And with the exhale, just keep the elbows where they are. Swing the hands down onto the mat. You're not moving into crow, fear not, but just lower your chest forward, as far forward towards the ground, and just feel that pressure opening up the thighs. And drawing yourself back up and over. And what's it like now to lower the heels around the spine and maybe walk the hands forward? Lower the chest down in between the knees and just feel that opening, creating space through the vertebrae. Drawing back up and lowering the knees down in front. And keeping those toes tucked under at the back. So we're going to have a little bit of stretch time through here. And this can be, well, excruciating for some, uncomfortable for others. Please excuse my cough. But it's a wonderful stretch to do every now and then to keep your feet limber and keep space in your feet. Your feet are what keep you balanced. So an important part to keep stretched. If that is too much for you, lean forward because that will take the pressure off. And when you're ready, inhale the arms up into the sky. Exhale, swing the hands down and back behind. Crown of the head travels towards the ground. Inhale, swing back up and reach up tall. Exhale, let the air just whoosh out. We're creating space in our body and lungs. Inhale, swing up. 3 more. Exhale. Inhaling up. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Coming all the way back up slowly. Just taking a moment to just sit. And taking now the left elbow up and out to the sides. See if you can travel the palm of the hand back before twisting the whole chest towards the left. So a hand can come to the inside of the leg to push back around a little further, and then placing the hand down behind, that may be enough. And Suzanne, this may not be good for your back. There is a twist here, so just take it easy. But if you can, and your back likes a twist, swing the arm forward, right arm forward, left to the left. Floating back up to center. And right elbow up, half a cactus arm. Push the palm back before twisting the chest around to the right. Hand can come to the inside to get a bit more twist. Before taking the hands down and taking that left arm on a journey back around. Coming back and forward and unflattening out those feet and giving them a bit of a pummel out behind. And just lowering down onto your lightning pose, which is just sitting on the knees. Knees permitting, of course. If that's too hard, feel free to just sit coming forward. Inhaling the arms up into the sky. And exhale down into your heart space. Inhale up onto your knees. Exhale down to child's pose. Resting here just for a moment. And taking the right hand and reach it across to the left hand and pop it on top, and then just reach that hand a little further, a nice stretch. Swapping the hands over to the other side, left hand reaching over to the right and reaching a little further past. And placing the hand back out into center and inhaling up to hands and knees. And exhale, lower the chest towards the ground. Keep the elbows in nice and close. And chaturanga, slowly lower the body down onto the mat. Maybe with a bit of grace, maybe not. Maybe grace didn't join you in lockdown. And swinging the hands back out behind, palms facing up, point the toes, and inhale, lift the chest, arms and legs off the ground. Exhale, staying here. This is hard, but keep going. We're creating space in our back for strength. Inhale. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes under, push the hands under, and push up onto hands and knees. Back into child's pose momentarily. And keep the body weight going onto the feet as you roll back up to that lightning pose. Let the hands travel back behind you, swinging them up into the sky. Find an inhale and exhale down into your heart space. Inhaling up onto your knees. Exhale down to child's pose. Inhale up to hands and knees. And here, think about your left hand and your right leg and swing them out to opposite hands, opposite leg, reach out and then draw them in together. So knee comes in towards your elbow and push the belly button towards the sky. Crunch the belly. Inhale, swing them back out and forward. Exhale, coming back in and under. And let it be a crunch deep from within that diamond concept in the belly. Inhale, swing it forward. Exhale, lower the hands down onto the mat and taking this right leg on a journey back behind the left until eventually it will find some form of ground. Let the right arm lift up and reach it up into the sky. Hand high, and then travel that hand up above the head and feel that whole side body stretch like making a rainbow shape with your body. Let the hand travel back down onto the mat. Swing the knee back around to hands and knees. Push the backs of the feet into the ground and lift the knees off the ground, but let it come from the crunch in the belly. So tighten the belly. Lower the knees back down. Think about your left leg and your right arm and inhale, swing them forward. Exhale, crunch them down and in together as if you're pushing the belly skyward. Inhale, reach forward and expand out. Make space in your body. Exhale, coming back down and in and under. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lower the hand. And this time that left leg's going to travel all the way across over to the right. Let the left hand travel up and reach it tall. Lift it as if the hands are pushing away from each other. And then travel that hand forward up over the head. Find that beautiful opening in that hip. Swing the hands back down. Lower the knee down to hands and knees. Lower down into child's pose. Keep the movement going as you roll up to lightning. Swing the hands back out behind. Inhale them up into the sky. And exhale down into your heart space. Inhale up onto your knees. Exhale down to child's pose. Inhale up to hands and knees. And this time we're going to move into scorpion pose. So taking the right leg, swing it back out behind, really tighten that buttock and lift the chest away from the ground. And then keep the knee where it is, but bend the knee, point the toe up into the sky. Roll the insides of the elbows to face forward. Bend the elbows. How low can you lower the chest? But keep the eyes looking forward. And then there's a little bit more lift you can find in that leg, I'm sure. Lift it, looking forward, and feel the deadly pierce of the scorpion. This will sure make space in the middle of lockdown if you take on this pose, if anyone's not giving you space. And then straightening up the leg, swinging that knee all the way through, swing the foot up in between the hands. More space to make here as you let those hips travel forward. Maybe you come up onto spider tip fingers. The focus here is to roll the hips down and find that swing coming up and through the chest. And stay here for a little while and let our bodies find the release. Feel which parts of your body let go. See if you can focus on the chest still raising while the hips travel downwards. Now securing that foot onto the ground. Find an inhale, swing the arms up into the sky, reach them tall. And exhale down into your heart space. Push that heel into the ground so we're now activating our legs and finding strength. And then taking the left elbow and push it into the right knee and push against that backhand towards the front to look behind. And here may be enough for you today, or you may like to tuck that back toe, straighten that back leg nice and strong and look behind. Swing the hands back down onto the mat, lower the knee, swing the front foot back to hands and knees, pushing both backs of the feet into the ground, tighten the belly and lift the knees off the ground. Maybe you could go a little higher if you wanted. Lower the knee, back down. Straighten the left leg out and prepare for your scorpion on the other side. So tightening that buttock and then bending the knee, keeping it where it is, point the toe up, roll the insides of the elbows forward, lower the chest, eyes gazing forward, lift that knee a little higher. Make some personal body space with this deadly pose. And then straightening the arms, swing the leg down and through in between the hands. Spider tip fingers, let the hips draw down. And here we often in yoga and in life, we're working against gravity. Let gravity help you out. It's pushing you down. So just surrender to flexibility, not by pushing into it, by letting it. All that space to breathe into the belly. Chest drawing skyward. And then starting to push that front foot into the ground. So we're moving from flexibility to strength. Raise the arms up into the sky, raising them up and down into your heart space. This time it's the right elbow traveling to the left knee and push, backhand pushing forward to look behind. Feel free to stay there or tuck the toe under, straighten that leg. Rotating the chest. Hands come back down, lower the knee. Swing the front foot back to hands and knees, down through child's pose. Keep the bottom firmly onto the back of the heels and roll up, hands traveling up and behind you, up into the sky, and down into your heart space. Taking a moment to feel how your body is waking up. Inhaling up, exhale down to child's pose. Inhale up to hands and knees. Right leg straight into scorpion, lower yourself down, reach the right leg up, and then swing the leg down and through. This time place it on the outside of the hand. So we've got right leg, right foot, right hand, left hand in a row. And we're moving now into our, lizard pose. And in lizard, our hands are out of the way and our weight comes onto our hands. So instead of the pressure coming into here, it's on our arms, so we can consciously surrender ourselves down. So bending the elbows, find where your stretch spot is. Your elbows may come down, they may not. You're best not to have a goal in this pose, but just to invert your awareness into that inside space. Moving away from the monkey mind, choosing what we want the pose to look like, to traveling inside and becoming aware of what that pose, the experience of that pose is. Drawing back up, left hand flattening onto the mat. Tuck that back toe under, straighten the leg. Inhale the right arm up into the sky. Exhale, floating the hands back down, lower the back knee. Travel the front foot back to hands and knees. Back feet pressed into the ground. Inhale, lift as high as you wish to go. Do it from the belly, round the spine. Try and lift the spine towards the sky. Lower the knees back down. Move with an inhale, the left leg straight up into the scorpion. Reach it. And exhale, travel the leg through. And this time, of course, the foot goes to the outside of the hands. Moving into our lizard pose on the other side. And again, introvert, even if you close your eyes, travel inwards, maybe lowering towards the elbows, bending. And walking the hands back up. This time the right hand stays on the ground. Tuck the back toe under. Straighten that leg. Inhale the left arm. Reach it up. Push out of your Arms pushing away from each other. Exhale, floating the hands back down. And this time we're going to travel that front leg back to plank pose. Tighten the belly, make it nice and strong, swing back. We're going to be here for just a few moments, so if it's too hard, lower the knees, feel free. But see if you can reach the chest forward, nice and strong, before bending at the hips and pushing back into downward dog. And here we are, first dog for the day. Natalie, I'm assuming your chihuahuas are helping you greatly in this moment. Remembering in your downward dog to push the first knuckle of the first 3 fingers deep into the ground. Push the base of the thumb deep into the mat and allow a bit of suction, like a rising of the palms of the hands to protect the wrist. Broaden the shoulders, let the head be floppy. And the focus is not in the heels lowering down, the focus is in the hips tilting up towards the sky. And you can do that by pushing the hands away and lifting the spine, the coccyx, tailbone towards the sky. Taking your body weight across to the left foot. Inhale the right foot up, reach it up and tall. And exhale, bend the leg and swing it all the way through, bringing the foot up between the hands. Stabilizing yourself, keeping that back heel up. Walk the hands up or swing the arms up into standing. And we're pretty precarious here. We've got our back heel lifted. And Fran, your ankle, and I think there's a few other ankles that are a bit problematic in your world, feel free to plonk a chair here. So you're welcome to sit your bottom down on here and then you can continue to move with us in the class. So this can be kind of strong, this movement in the back heel and the back calf muscle. If that's the case, swing your leg a little closer. And if balance is a little tricky, widen the legs. Otherwise, swing your body forward and back. Bend in the back leg, straight in the front. And forward and back. Notice how soft the air is around you. Notice how simple this gentle swinging movement is. Very soon we're going to dive into a land of imagination. We're going to imagine that on your next swing forward, you're grabbing hold of a vessel. It's circular, grab it. Rock it forward, and then as you swing it back, rock it up your body, maybe finding an inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale. This just isn't any sphere, it's a chi energy collector. And chi is that universal energy that science kind of can't really explain. Quantum physics looks for the answer, but it's just that universal energy that shows up everywhere. The ancient Chinese people have been talking about it for a long time, and we're going to collect some today. And how you do that is by antagonistically, so pushing one muscle against the other against the ball. So press and pull at the same time, and maybe let the momentum start to build, because the more you push on the ball and rock it, it starts to draw that energy in. What would that energy look like and feel like in this moment? A few more, so just indulging, maybe getting a little bit more momentum. Keep going. 2 more. Okay, last big swing. Swing it back up, and now take it out and hold it out nice and broad, nice and wide. Lower that back heel down. Reach the chi ball up high. Broaden the shoulders, relax them. And then lowering that back heel down. Taking the chi ball into the left hand, swing it behind, but let the right hand come forward, and we're moving into our warrior pose. Making sure that that knee is tracking over towards the pinky, so you're traveling the knee out. Reach that ball back further behind. Lower your body down towards the ground. And then taking the elbow, traveling it down onto that knee. And starting to look behind at the chi ball. Make sure your hand is holding it up so it doesn't fall off. And can you lift it up above you? Fingertips drawing down now, and then swing the fingers to face forward as you reach that ball up over your head, reaching the fingers as far away, but keep the movement traveling down. So hand going down past your face, and then swing it down and forward. Let the fingertips start to travel towards your belly button. Swing that chi ball nice and close to your body, up past your face, and reach it up into the air, up into the sky. Lift a little higher out of that elbow, resting down, and then can you travel that energy ball behind you so you're opening the chest up to the sky. Swing back up into your warrior pose. And then swinging the chi ball around to the front. Let that back heel lift up and grab hold of it out in front. Reach the chi ball up into the sky. Find a little curve in your spine. And then we're going to lower it down onto us. It's time to receive all this chi energy, lowering it down onto your face, and imagine it just popping, and all that chi, that universal knowledge, just traveling all the way through your body. And how about you create space to receive? Swinging the arms up into the sky, down into your heart space, straighten the leg. Take a moment, maybe lower that back heel if that feels more comfortable. Just bending forward, just for the moment. Bend that front leg, travel the hands down, step the front foot back to find your plank. And push back into downward dog. Body weight across to the right foot. Inhale the left leg up into the sky. Reach it as high as it can go. Bend the leg and swing it all the way down through and in between the hands. Stabilize yourself and walk your hands up. Swing the arms up. Finding that rather tricky pose, and credit, it's not easy, and we're really, really stretched. And this is the peak of the vinyasa, the peak of the trickiness often comes through in life, doesn't it? And here we all are doing the tricky stuff together. And swing forward, making adjustments if you need to, maybe propping a chair under this hip, and swing back. Whatever you need to support your body. Swing forward and back. And here we all are together in Zoom land, all our little worlds separated physically, but connected by this movement that we do together. Let's just maybe in this moment feel a sense of connection, a sense of tribe as we breathe and move at the same time. Maybe on your next move forward, you grab that vessel, grab it, reach it forward, and inhale, swing it up your body, and exhale, take it forward. And this time, let's really focus on what you perceive that chi energy would feel like in your hands. Is it like an energy zapping, or is it a mist? Can you actually feel it starting to build as you push hard against this chi ball? Does it have a sound? Is it crackling, or is it seeping? What does the great mystery of life, what is it to you? Can you even see it? Has it got an image, a color? Keep pumping, maybe start to build momentum. You know that it will end, so go to your edges if you wish. Really push. There's a few more to go. One more swing. This time as we swing it out and forward, hold it out, broaden your shoulders, become as strong as you're willing to be in this moment. Lower the back heel down. And then taking that back heel, really take it out behind. Let the chi ball raise up into the sky. And then keeping it in the right hand, travel it back, around and behind. And we find our warrior pose again. So letting that back hip travel back and that back knee travel forward, palm facing down. See if in this moment you can find an integrity and a strength, that sense of grounding, but the rising of your courage, the rising of the space that you've created. And then lowering that elbow down, looking back at the chi ball, watching it travel up, fingertips facing back, and then swing the fingertips when you're ready to face the front and reach the chi ball overhead, but keep the chest drawing towards the sky. Swing the hand down and through. traveling under your armpits, swinging the fingertips towards you, coming up past your face and lift it up into the sky. Lift up out of that resting shoulder and then travel the chi ball behind. Feel the twist. Travel the arm back and out and find your warrior. Before swinging the chi ball forward, the back heel can come up. Hold onto it at the front. Raise it up into the sky. Lifting it tall before lowering it down. This time, let's travel the chi ball towards our heart and let it pop there. Let it pop into your heart center. Receiving, creating enough space to receive. Hands traveling down and all the way up into the sky and hands down then into your heart space. Straighten both legs, maybe lower that back heel. Just bending at the waist, traveling forward. Releasing the hands, bending that knee, traveling the hands down, stepping the back foot forward. Straightening the legs, swinging the arms up, reverse swan dive, all the way up into the sky. Hands traveling down, standing nice and even. Just in the moment, let your spine raise tall. Let your feet rest down on the earth. And take a moment to just check in. Maybe you could search for space. Maybe it's right there, visible. Space in the mind, space in the body, space around you. Inhaling the arms up. Swan dive the hands out, coming through your flat back, reaching forward, down into your forward fold. Bending the knees, lowering the hands down onto the mat and stepping back into your downward dog. And see if here you can find a capacity to rest. See if you can relax as much of your body that needs relaxing, but keeping the strength enough that you can stay strong. Feeling as though you're becoming more like a mountain, the solidness of earth. And then swinging the body weight onto the left foot. Inhale the right leg up into the sky, reach it up, bend that knee and just twist. Just let that knee travel so high and traveling the toe towards the ground. And then swinging the leg down and through. And this time the knee is going to travel in between the hands as we lower ourselves into our pigeon. And if there's any pose that creates space in our bodies, it's this one. So our right knee is bent in front of us. If your knee doesn't like it, then maybe raise yourself up a little higher. But of course, again, we work with gravity and let it lower us down. If you can roll the shoulders back, raise yourself up and find a big inhale here deep into the belly. Exhale, a full exhale, but just traveling down a third. Inhale, broaden yourself back up, take up space. Exhale, 2/3. Last one, inhale, big. Expand yourself out into the moment. Exhale, surrender entirely down to the ground. And welcome you to draw back up. Push back onto that back knee, the hands and knees. Tuck the toes under and up into your downward dog. Last dog for the day. Last opportunity to find that stillness that comes with downward dog. Remembering all your cues to look after your body. Really let the head relax. And swing the body weight across to the right foot. Inhale the left leg all the way up. And then bend the knee, point that toe out behind. Excuse me, and lift the knee a little higher as that toe points towards the ground. Swing the leg down and through, let the knee lead all the way forward between the hands. And ease down into your pigeon. And before we surrender, let's expand ourselves into the space around us. There's physical space we can take up. There's also energic space. With your awareness, as you inhale, expand yourself up, broad. Exhale down the third. Come back to that bigness, turn it on, brighten your light, shine out. Exhale, 2/3. Last one, inhale, broaden, expand. Exhale, surrender. Let your light shine inward. And drawing yourself back up, assuming rather reluctantly. Letting your body weight rock onto that hip and just swinging that leg all the way around and up and over. We're moving into our cow face pose. Right leg travels up and over. And just see if you can, knees permitting, always listen to your knees. See if you can travel your feet out more forward. But ultimately, you don't want to corrupt the straightness of the spine. So if you travel your feet forward, you find yourself rocking over. Let them travel back, or even let the leg travel over. And this is tricky for some, particularly people who sit in an office a lot. Just finding an integrity in the spine. And here we are finding space in our hips, although they might feel a bit cramped at the moment, quite literally. The more we sit like this, the more we are opening our hips up. And finding an inhale, swing the arms up so they can, elbows traveling up, fold the fingers over, and exhale, push the hands away, round the spine, tilt the hips back, push the hands as far forward. Inhale, raise up to the sky, lift tall. Exhale, swinging the hands back out behind, grabbing hold of them. And can you grab the hands but roll the elbows together to open up your chest, create space in the chest, maybe even lowering the hands down behind you so they're touching onto the ground so that you can then push the chest forward. And not so much the top lifting the head back as much as just moving the chin a little so the chest can open towards the sky. Releasing, coming forward. Swinging the hands forward and just surrendering over yourself. It might be that if you haven't done this too much, you might not have much space in the hips, or maybe you can lower down. Remember, there's no goals in self-compassion yoga. There's only the experience of the journey, and the journey in self-compassion yoga is one of drawing inward and finding that space of stretch, finding that space of growth and dancing there with yourself, with your journey. Not so much pushing through and striving towards an ideal or an option. And pushing, raising back up and swinging both the feet out in front. A little bit of core work before we wind ourselves down. Swinging the arms out to the side and lifting the left shin to be horizontal to the sky. So keeping the spine, the integrity, raising up and swinging the hands forward and up and out and down. Right leg raises up, roll the shoulders down, forward and up and out and down. If you wish to go further, swinging both legs up, forward, up, out. And taking now I think we're going this way, right leg under, left leg over the top as we move into our cow face pose on the other side. So if you used a different leg, then use a different leg. Once again, we're asking our feet to travel forward and ultimately our knees crossing over. The most important thing is the integrity of our spine. So remember to adjust if it's not right for you. Taking a moment to just relax the hips, consciously release tension in these side hips. Inhale, the hands up, elbows travel, fold the fingers over. Exhale, push forward, push the hips back, push the hands as far as the feet. Inhale, raise the arms up into the sky, lift tall with the inhale. Exhale, flicking the hands back, out behind. And finding them behind, straighten the arms. Feel as though the hands are traveling behind. Open the chest, crease the shoulder blades, maybe even lowering the hand down behind so that you can push and open the chest. Again, not throwing the head back, raising the chest up. And releasing, swinging the hands forward and coming down. Gently finding that space, that edge. Traveling back up and swinging now, or just releasing this leg a little, liberating it so it can face up. Fold the right leg in nice and close, left leg is up. And traveling the left hand to the inside, grab hold of the toe or even the ankle. And then take the right hand and swing it as far across in front as you can. And then follow the horizon all the way along. Start to straighten the spine. Start to push that hand behind, maybe even pushing on that front ankle so you can get a little bit more of a twist. Let that hand travel down behind you onto the ground. Push this bent knee into the ground. Lift the hips up, raise them up into the sky. Reach the arm forward. Float the bottom all the way back down. Rotate the whole upper body to the other side. This time we're going to twist, but a grounded twist. So let that elbow travel to the knee. Let the hand travel on the ground behind, but keep the elbow bent. Straighten up the spine before slowly twisting around behind. Come back into center. Swing both legs out and let the soles of your feet just touch wherever your knees travel to. That's okay. Hands onto the shins and sit nice and tall. Just let those knees travel out. See if you can roll your sit bones forward to travel the spine tall. And then unraveling, and this time it's the right leg that's bent high. Left leg comes in close. Right hand travels to the inside and grabs that toe or that ankle. And the left hand reaches as far away before following the horizon, back around, behind. And just keep the pressure to keep the twist active before lowering the hand down onto the mat. Push the bent knee into the ground, raise the hips up, and see if you can draw your chest towards the sky and also pushing the belly forwards. Last big space opener. Lower the bottom back down. Traveling the whole way to twist the opposite way. Elbow travels behind the knee. Hand down on the mat. Keep the elbow bent. Raise tall through the spine before twisting. Unravel yourself back around to the front. Sitting cross-legged. And we're going to move now into some Kundalini circular breathing, and then moving into our meditation or Shavasana. So if you would like to put another layer on, we have sort of warmed up a little, feel free to do so. And just sitting with hands, nice little grip on your knees for Kundalini circular breathing. And if you will, closing the eyes down. If that doesn't feel right for you, feel free to just blur them slightly. And take a moment to really inhale well deep into the belly and the chest, as if you're filling up every part of your body that can inhale. And ease the air out. On your next inhale, rock the whole upper body forwards and start to circle around one direction. When you get to that midline, let the exhale just begin traveling the body back around. The arms can straighten as your hands hold onto your knees. Keep circling, and as you come to the other midline, start to inhale and just keep circling around. There is nothing more to do than move and breathe and be here now. And feel free to change direction when it feels right for you. And I welcome you to start to become aware of the vortex that you're circling around, that space that you're moving around. And when you're ready, move yourself into that space and find stillness. Sit tall, sit still. And I welcome you now to make a choice, either to lay down for Shavasana, or maybe stay sitting, whatever feels right for you. Either way, let your hands soften. Let your face soften, your brow open. Let your tongue relax. The creases of your eyes, let them soften. Let your belly soften. Let your breath just flow naturally. Handing it over from pranayama, from conscious breathing, and handing it back to unconscious breathing, where we just breathe our breath. Noticing the space that you've created in your body. Noticing the space that is around you in this moment. You might notice the space in your mind. And we are human, all of us. And we do have monkey minds. Through this meditation, your mind will probably bring up things to think about, things to distract you. And I invite you to protect this space that you've created, but just disengaging, observing the thoughts, but then disengaging from them, and come back to just noticing the breath, noticing sounds around you, noticing peace, noticing calm. As many times as you need to, keep coming back to the breath. And as you're resting, I welcome you to ponder what space means to you. And we all lead busy lives. And all the while we are filling up our cups with thoughts and distractions from our space. How much can you disengage from the busyness of life? And how much could you invest a little deeper in this deeper space, this connection with self and opening to wisdom? And I welcome you to keep your light on in that inner sanctum, that inner space you may have created, and maybe let some stay with you as you move towards the rest of your day. And starting to increase your breathing, maybe letting a little wiggle or movement travel through fingers and toes. Maybe a stretch would like to happen to awaken your body, and when you're ready, opening your eyes back up. Namaste to all of you. I'm so deeply grateful that you have shared this hour with me, with us, all of us together, all separate, on this beautiful day. Thank you. I shall try my hardest to unmute you now.
Oh, I already have unmuted. I know how.
Of course you have. Ask all to unmute. There we go. I think you may have to personally unmute yourself.
Or I might mute myself. Absolutely lovely.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Mwah. Much love to everybody.
Thanks, Juliana.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.
I saw Ella then. There was Ella on the screen. I saw her. Hello, Cass.
There's
My
Anthony.
beautiful people.
Oh, hello, Anne Therese.